Hi, this is Greg Weeks for Sprint 4. So basically all I have done for this week is the finite state machine. So the Centipede is moving basically as you would expect, and this is all working off of a properly implemented finite state machine. And the reason that's all I have done working for this week is that I had a ton of trouble with importing and actually like setting up the state machine itself. Because I'd be getting a ton of errors just based on like what I was including and the forward declarations, and it got very confusing very quickly because I was adding like 20 different classes or 20 different files, and yeah, it just got very, very convoluted, and I spent a couple days just trying to debug. So gonna have a lot of work next week, but I do have this working. So I have the move state and movestate.cpp. Here you can see all of the states, so they're properly implemented. This would be the same thing as the FSM like class type that we had in the demo. So this is an example of one of the movement states. So I have move down.h and yeah, move left down.h, move down left CPP. Yeah, so all of this is implemented correctly and working the way that it should. We can see in the centipede head.cpp what we're doing is grabbing the next state, so we're calling the get next state method on this object. Yeah, so in the move state, yeah, this is working correctly, trust me. So yeah, so when the get next state method is called, this is pretty much the only thing that I'm proud of in terms of what I've accomplished this week. So I realized that the way that I have my grid set up, my grid is essentially just converting two float values into a vector 2f value to sort of translate between my grid system and the like world system in the game. So an easy way to sort of optimize the check aheads that I have, this is my method to like get the mushroom at position, and this also checks the edge conditions on the walls around the grid. So before I do that check, I have an early out here, which is based on whether or not I'm in the center of a cell. And I'm doing that by truncating the x position, which is a float value, into an int, which effectively checks the middle of the grid position. So that's working very well. I'm getting a little bit more smoother movement, and this also improves performance, so I'm pretty happy with the way that that's working. And I also realized that I never need to do this check while I'm turning. So this can run pretty much each frame without this, with like pretty much no performance decrease, and this gives me a smooth turn by just changing the Y position. Okay, why is this? Yeah, that's supposed to be blank. Okay, so I think that's about it for this sprint. Like I said, the finite state machine is all that I got working. In terms of the centipede body, I still haven't figured out how to make the body work with the state machine. So the bodies are essentially just copies of the head at this point. So if I shoot them, they will break off just like a head would, and they're doing checks, so that's inefficient at this point. And I haven't implemented anything else for this sprint, so I'm gonna have a lot of work next week. But yeah, that's about it.